Ladies and gentlemen, this is Click Nerd. Let's go.
What's up, guys? How are y'all doing?
Xmen 97 just dropped another episode. We were down to watch. We checked into it, right?
I think it was a banger, but I just want more.
You went longer than 30 minutes.
That was my main complaint, man. I feel like I didn't get anything.
I think with Invincible kind of breaking that mold and giving you that 45-minute hour,
I'm kind of
and still giving you 8 or 10 episodes with that. Yeah, Xavier self-medicating in the danger room. You know what I'm saying? Definitely feeling the anguish of Magnus dying.
Man,
he going through it, huh?
Man, he was replaying it over and over and over in his head.
You think he was trying to figure out what he could have did differently, or he was just trying to have the moments with?
I mean, I think it was a little bit of both. I think he was saying, "Hey, this is a therapy session for me," but at the same time, trying to figure out if there was anything he could have done differently. And I don't see what he could have done except just not go there.
How do you feel about wanting him? He wanted to feel Magnus more. Did you think about that when you wrote that?
Yeah, I wrote it that way on purpose. I think
it sounds funny coming out my
mouth. Double pause all the way through. I think that he just wanted to feel his presence one more time. In other words, he misses his friend, and he didn't realize, like, he's the same side. Oh, man.
I can tell, man.
And suddenly, life has new meaning to me. No, I think they're the same coin, just different sides of the same coin. So it's kind of like Batman without his Joker.
Right.
But these guys were actually friends before they were enemies. So they're frenemies.
They're fighting the same fight, but just going two different ways about it.
That's right. And I think Charles is sorely just missing his buddy. They did debut their new suits, which was amazing because I think this was when the Grant Morrison suits came in, and they had Cyclops and the Phoenix spin-off series, but those suits are dope. I like them.
I like them too.
I like the new suits. But yeah, going back to Magneto and Professor X, there's something being done there, but we'll get to that in just a second. How you like with Polaris, man? How do you like Polaris's powers? I think she's ultra powerful.
Definitely. She's dope. She's a good addition to the team.
I thought it was nice that they put somebody in here from a callback from the old school cartoon.
Right.
You saw her for a few minutes, but they actually highlighted her here from is it X Factor? So they actually highlighted her in here, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to see a little bit of Cyclops and Havoc when he was scolding Polaris.
Oh, you see Havoc kind of
like, hey, you were supposed to be this way.
Role by the book, always riding somebody's case, Good team leader, bad team leader,
You got to play good cop, bad cop as team leader. But moving on, we also get to see
Gambit come back.
Gambit coming back at the end of this episode. But I want to touch back on that in just a second. Can we put that last for a minute?
Okay.
I want to go back to Onslaught here. I feel like when he was helping Polaris, and this is the reason I'm tying this in here, when he was helping Polaris,
you talking about
Professor X, when he was helping her through and find her inner strength,
he was touching memories.
He was touching memories of Magneto and giving it to Polaris. I believe
he's gonna hit his psyche and just take over.
I believe at that moment Onslaught started to be born.
Because the Danger Room had created its own subconscious. What's her name?
Danger.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Danger Room created its own sentient self to try to upgrade and try to test the X-Men. Not sure who created or who boosted the Danger Room to start doing that.
So you think it's?
I thought it was Dark Beast, but I now think it's starting to be Onslaught taking on a form of his own.
Like subconscious.
Xavier
was in there.
Yes.
That's a good little thing. I'm thinking Mystique.
Mystique did it.
She hasn't really came into play with it, and she was a big part of making stuff move behind the scenes in the X-Men in the early part. So good introduction of her being back. That wouldn't hurt.
No, you're wrong. You're not wrong.
You know.
But I now that I think about it, going back to it, I think that this was the birth of Onslaught.
I love that story. Even if it's not, I love that hot take on it. That you know what I'm saying. I think that would be dope because you're seeing, because during the episode you saw signs of him pushing them. I want you guys to be ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Preparing them.
And then the danger room got real dark inside there.
Yeah.
When inside the danger room, Xavier's replaying that spot with Apocalypse over and over again, and he's pressing harder on Charles's head with his foot, and he didn't do that in real life, and so that to me is signaling trauma.
Yeah.
So moving on to the Gambit situation. Yeah. At the end of the episode, you get to see Apocalypse bringing Gambit back. How do you feel about that?
Let's go. He's one of my favorite characters.
He was smiling, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was ready. He ready to get popping.
Yeah, I think so.
What are you ready to do?
He said, "Ooh, I've been waiting for this."
Oh, so I'm gonna make a name for myself.
I'm making a name for myself. You know how long I've been waiting for this?
But X-Men 97 has potential. We're enjoying it. You know what? We'll wrap it up with this topic. But I really enjoyed watching Bishop actually, because for like have him have some downtime, and Storm recognizes like, hey, he's not really used to being around everybody like this. So
you had to put me on game on that, because I was like, man, he's a little rough around the edges, but then where he comes from,
it's battle. He's from the future where it ain't. It's not nice for mutants now, so it's just 10 times worse in the future.
And I think that it is good to see him like joining the team without it being a mission. Like he's just there,
just doing stuff with the kids, and you'll think he just probably just bypass them, get straight to the danger or to the Roar Room, try to figure out what they need to do for whatever timeline.
I'd like to see him take a protege and stick around for a little bit.
I think he fits.
I think he fits too.
I think he fits the group.
Not that I care too much about the looks of the way that things look, but I like Bishop with the fade versus the mullet.
The Jericho.
Yeah. No, I'm glad they put a new spin. I'm glad they got new suits.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's popping. I just want more. And I think it's moving fast, but I think they have to, because they're trying to condense a lot of material in a very small space. But
put all that in 30 minutes.
And trying to be smart about it and give you a good story.
Entertaining,
I got nothing really bad to say, except they knew how to bring you back to nostalgia while updating the look, the story, and still keeping that tone. Click Nerd, baby. Loving X-Men 97.
Like, subscribe, comments, give us some love. Even the hate. We like the hate, too.
Hey, whatever. Engage, please.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll yell at us in the comments. We'll take all comers. We don't care.
We don't care.
Peace.